Welcome right back to the Spinner Rack. Today we're doing a viewer question. Here, we got Cal and Petey once again throwing up.
Wait a second. You hit my shoulder and said Cal.
And Petey, Cal and Petey did it at the same time. That's why I do it at the same time. So
this is what we go through, everyone.
Right, skip it, guys. So the question was, what's the best streaming service out there? And my answer to that, and I guess the other guys will tell you, it depends. There's a huge depends.
That's not the answer.
There's huge depends, like the thing that people wear.
Undergarments, man.
Yeah,
That's not an answer.
I mean, come on.
Answer the question.
It depends on what.
And you don't want it that huge if you need those. You're still trying to go out and meet people. The older people on Tinder with the what's the name? They don't play around.
It depends on what
you
want to
have fun
watch.
in life.
You know, if you're into old shows, there is. If you're into new shows, are you into sci-fi shows? Are you a huge Trekkie? It really depends. Are you a DC fan? So
Netflix is the gold standard.
If you want to go Netflix, you can't necessarily go wrong with that. But realize a lot of the Marvel TV shows and movies are no longer going to be there. They're going to be moved off to the Disney Channel coming up soon, which I expect to be pretty good. But right now, Netflix is the gold standard. Netflix drops, 20, 30 shows a month. You know, you have shows coming out every Friday. You have new movies. You have old movies. You have movies in different languages. So, I mean, if there's anything you want to start off with, I'll say Netflix is probably the number one. Number two, I would say, would be
Hulu?
Amazon Prime.
You think Amazon Prime is really good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying that the volume of stuff that's on Hulu,
but I think
you have to go to because it has regular programming.
Hulu has regular
Amazon
programming.
Prime is disappointing.
Well, hold on. Hulu has regular programming, and you can see the shows that you saw on TV. You can go back there and see it. Like I think a day or two later, or several days later, you can see the same show. You can't catch the rerun on the channel right there. You usually have to wait for to get on DVR a week later. But
you're talking about this. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying the volume of shows that you have of
you
regular
want
shows,
or you want old
and old shows and new shows. They have all of that stuff in there.
Right. But they're not doing much programming of brand new shows like Netflix is. Netflix is actually buying shows and putting new content on a regular basis.
They do that. They're insane with it. Yeah. They're going to Amazon Prime because Amazon Prime is very controlled. Right. They're not going as crazy as this. But I'm saying that's why when you go to Amazon Prime, you got to say Hulu because of the volume. I'm saying you want to sit down and just go through and scroll for shows, we go to Hulu. Now you can go to Amazon Prime. Sorry, sir.
So, Amazon Prime. One of the benefits of Amazon Prime is that if you are an Amazon Prime member, of course you're using it to buy a whole bunch of stuff, right? But Amazon Prime gives you other things too. It gives you the ability to see their Prime network. You see shows. They have a whole library of shows, BBC shows, amongst others. But you can also have photography. You can have music. So there's a lot of different options you have there. Plus they have their whole network is set up that you can get other apps. So if you want Hulu, you want Netflix, you can get that.
Yeah, you can watch Amazon everything.
So that's one of the benefits of having Amazon Prime. It doesn't have the amount of volume of new shows, but they have some interesting shows that they have, but nothing near Netflix. Netflix is like the 10. Amazon Prime doesn't go that far, but they're starting to spend more money on their programming. They're having a whole new Tolkien show coming out. They have this. What's the name of this sci-fi show?
What's the name of the Tolkien show?
I don't know yet.
Think about the Silmarillion?
I don't know. I think they're still developing that stuff, but it's going to be based on some of the other stories there.
Please don't do anything new.
No, they have a show on there called
Jack Ryan's show is pretty good.
So I mean that one.
Blunders is
no, my show is Catastrophe, and that show is basically about people that have a chance encounter and they're having a kid, and it goes through the struggles of having a kid and basically meeting each other during this time because they decided to stick it out, but they're from New York City, and the woman is from London.
The services. So the services that show is good in terms of the.
Yeah, it's like 6 episodes. They've done 3 seasons. It's very funny. I think they've had a lot of tryout shows, so it's like some shows that I've liked that have been gone. They had one about a gun seller that was struggling with money, so they decided we need to sell to a new market, and they tried to sell to gay men. Right. No, they wanted to sell to gay men, and it's like saying, and they had a whole angle, and it's like, oh no, the commercial worked. So it was a good angle, but it was like a tryout show.
So I think that when Amazon came out, they were trying to be more art house, and I think they've decided to go a little bit more broader as time has gone by. They're trying to do Netflix. Everybody's trying to do Netflix. The next level of series are more specific channels, and I think that's like CBS, DC, Universe. So I'll talk about
Let's talk about CBS.
CBS right now. The main thing is they're pushing hard for us a Trekkie show, right? They have a couple of other shows, but it's not
The Good Fight is a spinoff from the Good Fight is on there. It was a spinoff from The Good Wife, which was a very successful show. The only problem is that the lead was that Juliana Margulies was sidelined in her own show, or she became hard to deal with. So they spun this off. They have that. They also have a Twilight Zone, and different from all the other redos of the Twilight Zone. This one
Black
looks,
Mirror.
but they're trying to do the shooting it the same, like shooting it with the angled panels and the lighting and playing with that. A lot of the
But that hasn't
stuff.
come out yet, has it?
No, they just had an ad for it. It's about to
Okay.
come out soon. So when you look at that, and if you look at the stuff that they did in the 80s, the 80s one had a nice opening and they had some very strong episodes, but they were shot just like any other like studio show that you'd see in a TV movie.
We're just talking about a couple of shows. Nothing near the Netflix.
I'm saying it just started. It's a
So-
startup.
No, but I'm saying in terms of shows, CBS, you're basically buying it basically to get this access to CBS shows
Yeah.
and to basically get access to Star Trek. Because they're doing a whole bunch of Star Trek shows and spin-offs, right?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Okay.
They
So
got a
if
hit
you're
with one
Trekkie,
and they got a
you
bunch
gotta,
of them.
You got to do that. Though it's questionable how popular Discovery is.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. That's it. What, just please, you just want him to say something bad
Okay.
about Discovery. You got any shots at Discovery? Like, that's what you just turned it to
Alright,
him.
so we go on
I took
to-
a shot at Discovery. Hey, you got any issue with Discovery? Okay, let's move on to the next
we
thing.
move
What
on-
I
we
like.
move on.
DC, because you
DC
have a
is-
bunch of, there's a bunch of things on DC
DC's
that
been
you
dropping
like.
a whole bunch of stuff too. But, you know,
What have they been dropping? Tell 'em what they've been
dropped. The Titans. They dropped
Doom Patrol is coming out.
Young Justice.
Young Justice and stuff. But again, it's the question of whether you want to pay $9.99. If you're really a big DC fan, then I'll say go get it. You can have access to all their old back catalog comic books.
Why don't you get 3 guys and split the
Yeah.
difference between 3 guys, and that way you get that way you can do it.
DC's claiming they have.
How does that sound? That sound good to you?
DC right now is claiming.
You didn't hear yes or no?
DC's claiming right now they have 1 million subscribers right now, right?
She,
So I don't know how correct that is. You know, I don't know how popular. The problem is Titan once they get formed, it was very dark. Young Justice seems to be doing what is. I don't know if it's as accessible to youngsters as it was before, or probably it's not supposed to be accessible to youngsters. But it hasn't hit the Twitterverse. It hasn't hit like the real trending thing.
no, because Young Justice, the first 2 seasons, that was made for a whole bunch of viewers.
Right.
This is made for, hey, you liked Young Justice? We're gonna keep on going right over here, and that makes it narrower, not as
No.
expensive, not for a
Exactly.
general audience, just for these guys. To be honest, I haven't heard anything about Young Justice at all, and I really enjoyed
Exactly.
the first 2 seasons. But then when I heard they were going to make some changes, they were going to start. I said, look, it's still supposed to be a kid show at the end of the day.
No, I don't think
I
it is.
don't want to have to explain certain things in every show, but I said, you guys want to do that? Fine. I'll wait till the kids
I
are
don't
older.
think I don't think Young Justice is as accessible as it possibly be. And then lastly, Doom Patrol. I mean, I don't know. They've decided to just take things in a total different way. Doom Patrol is to be more comedy, and it may be a hit. There've been a lot of discussions about it, but the comic book, they're taking a smaller comic book and trying to make it into a show.
Though Crazy Jane, I think they picked a great actress for Crazy Jane.
Yes.
And
Well, she was on this other show, Orange is the New Black.
okay,
was on that show.
yeah.
So if you're a big,
I
comic
just
book fan,
I do think that they should. I mean, they're trying to go for the Grant Morrison Robot Man, and I think they could have done a better Robot Man. I mean, adding the jacket is neither here nor there, but the face, make the face cool. I think the chief.
But is it worth getting? That's the question.
I think-
Again,
What's the,
and this is where I go back to.
It's the guy from The Mummy. I can't remember. Brendan Fraser's the robot.
Yes. Yeah.
Brendan Fraser. Wow, I didn't recognize him initially.
Well, he's in a robot.
No, he got a lot
He's saying because he's
changed.
heavier.
So look, going back to this, I mean, Brendan Fraser was a humongous star. I mean, super califristic star. I mean, he's like off the chain star. He had a huge franchise, more than one franchise. So getting back to this, so the question, if you're a huge DC comic fan, then probably this is something you want. But there's just not enough content, as far as I'm concerned, to really make this one of my primary choices. Lastly, YouTube service, YouTube channels, right? YouTube Red.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube Red
Okay.
has a lot of content. You have the ability to see a lot of new channels. They have a lot of channels that you can take a look at right now, such as, and I think Hulu the same way. You can see the standard channels. You have sports channels. They have unlimited DVR, which kind of blew me away. You know, whatever show you put on, you can DVR it forever, basically. and they're putting out a whole bunch of shows. It's the same YouTube format. So if whatever you see on YouTube, it's the same thing. What's trending, what's going on, what you can watch, what's live. But some of the shows, to me, I don't know. I find just watching regular YouTube to be just as entertaining as watching that. So it really depends. Overall, if I had to choose, Netflix is number one. Amazon Prime because I'm also being able to order books and stuff from Amazon.
You watch movies on. You can also watch movies on
music.
the computer at the same time,
And
not
the
just the stuff on.
And the thing about Amazon Prime, like I said, it's like they throw in the TV in there. So if you're already getting it, might as well watch the video. And again, then after that, it comes down to I'm getting DC access because I'm into comic books, but I've been disappointed, unfortunately, lately with that.
Well, then lastly, the one that big business, and we have to go back to his old moniker, is waiting for is the Disney streaming service.
I'm getting that. Doesn't matter.
See, I was surprised that wasn't his angle, but I have to commend you.
Yeah, I try to be calm, cool, and collected,
So that's the one he's waiting for. He's expecting a lot, and he thinks a lot of the Disney stuff.
As long as it has
you have DC streaming?
I have DC streaming.
What's the password?
Let's see you get that out of it. So, maybe canceling it too. So, the question though is whether or not that's what I would do.
Before you cancel it.
So, what do you say about this, Cal?
Oh, one, I thought you were incredibly lucid. Okay, for anyone watching this show, I thought that was a great amount of information. That's why I didn't really jump in. I thought it was very nuanced, okay, and to the point. Because at the end of the day, I only have one word, and Netflix. Go out there and get your Netflix.
Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, we're saying Netflix, but realize you're not going to get.
And Netflix doesn't have the Rob Liefeld stuff. They're not doing Brigade, so
another show.
Amazon Prime was just disappointing. Amazon, I only go there because look, I need to find a specific movie, and I'm hoping I can get it for free. And it's never there, and I always got to end up spending $2.99. And it's never there.
Well, Amazon has all these apps for different stations, like Free Space and other things.
It's still not free. Still can't get it.
No, but those are free. You do have to watch commercials for them, and I said, wow, that's not bad. But Crackle and some of those, you see all those type of shows.
I was trying to do something the other day, and I needed Amistad. So I know I'm not going to get it on Netflix or something, okay? Yeah. So I said, look, I'm going to go to Amazon, okay? I'm with Amazon strictly for the free shipping. That usually pays for itself over the year. At some point, I'm going to need it. Good. So I go there. Can I find it? No. Okay. Then, I realized I had my browser in Spanish. So once I put in Amistad, all it said was like, it was translating it as friend. You know, so like, okay, no. So, finally I get to the film. And again, nothing I want to see is under that umbrella of free movies from Amazon Prime. Never. I've even gone there sometimes, like, let's see what's on the Amazon Prime. Let's just see something I can watch for free. And it's so hard to find something there that is under the umbrella of free films. That is incredibly frustrating for me because I don't really go there for the films. But every once in a while, I would just like, hey, wouldn't it be nice if something I actually want to watch is covered under your umbrella of free films? And that is just never the case. It's always some. It's almost like the Jesus movie.
I got one.
See the Jesus movie for free.
I got one for you. You have to see the Steve Rude documentary. Did you see that? It's on Amazon. Yes, it's called Rude Dude.
Jack Ryan. That's excellent.
Do that. Jack Ryan is okay.
Iron Tower.
The Man in the High Tower. Yes, slow series, but if you're really interested in that type of alternative worlds, that's interesting too. And I've seen those stories, and I've seen Peaky Blinders about some British mobsters. That's pretty interesting too.
But they also did. The Robert Kirkman? Wasn't that on Amazon? The Robert Kirkman History of Comics.
That was on AMC.
Oh, at AMC. Okay, so I stand corrected.
I don't know if it's on Amazon, but I know it was originally on AMC.
One thing that you guys need to see about Amazon, another reason I like Amazon Prime is that when you're looking at a movie and you see an actor and actress and you want to know more about them, Amazon owns or controls IMDb. So you click on that, and that actor, you're like, oh, snap. That actor was in such and such movie. And you can see all the movies they were, all the directors.
So, yes.
That's one of the cool things about it, because you can
if you
see
watch,
all the credit.
If you have DirecTV, they have the same function where you can see cast and crew.
So I'm like, wow, that's so cool, because then you're like, then you can say, oh, I like this particular actor or actress. Let me see all their movies, and then actually start watching some of them. And then Amazon will tell you have a chance to buy, rent. It'll tell you right then and there if they don't have the movie where you can access it to.
That's good.
Still don't rent. No, it's okay. Do whatever you want. If you like something, rent. But also it's cool.
man.
It's cool watching sort of Showtime and then getting that function where you see the
Buy it
cast.
if you're gonna buy it if renting is gonna end up being the price of the bloody movie at the end of it.
Oh, we forgot about HBO, Showtime, and that type of stuff.
No, that's
No
I mean
point,
that's standard.
no
Yeah, there's
point,
no
point.
real.
Look,
Yeah, no point. HBO, I have HBO
It's only
account, but I'm
Game
only
of Thrones.
I'm holding on to that, and I am paying to keep that service up strictly for the last
Game
season
of
of Game of
Thrones.
Thrones. And as soon as Game of
Exactly.
Thrones is over,
It's cut.
done.
It's
No,
cut.
they have
That'll
a
be top news in
Succession.
the newspaper.
Succession-
5 million people
Right.
lose their HBO service.
Succession is very solid, but it doesn't hold the weight that people,
What?
the fandom, Succession.
What is Succession about?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
a
it's
business
a,
family.
it's a business family.
Like Fox.
Remember, I sent you guys the pic from the show.
Yeah, obviously not.
Yes.
Oh my gosh!
So the thing with,
But it's a very good show. It's about a family that's power, and they're trying to take power from
Mm-hmm.
the father, and the father has a heart attack, and that leads to the next thing of all this infighting.
Sounds like The Godfather.
Well,
Kind of,
but it's
but
more like
business.
business. It's more like
was The
business and
Godfather,
stock.
about business.
No, it's like stock markets and that stuff. But they're crazy. The family's crazy.
But it is
And
still-
Siobhan, you gotta see it.
Right, but I mean, this is where it goes down to where HBO, which was a crown jewel of cable television, lost its cake because
You know how they lost their case? They
because
lost boxing.
Netflix-
They don't
Net-
have boxing
they
anymore.
got rid of boxing. Just not even talk about that. But
And they weren't good in boxing for years.
right, but the thing that you need to realize is that Netflix came in and they beat Blockbuster Video at their own game, and they came out and they just beat HBO at their own game.
But know why they
People
beat
want-
HBO?
because they-
Because
they-
HBO is like, we are the top.
Right.
They always say, we decide what's the next thing is, and it's not you. So that's the same when the Dave Chappelle came to them and said, hey, I want, can I have my special back before he hit with his Chappelle show? They're like,
Right.
yeah, take it. We're working with Chris Rock right now. And if they had held on to it, like they'd be making hand over fist money, but now Dave sells it on his own.
Right.
So it's
And Netflix is getting comedians. If you're into comedians, they got a whole.
well,
slew of comedians.
they overdid it with that. They spent a little too much money,
It
and
doesn't
then
matter,
they
but
had
it needs to
to.
get the thing is, Netflix is getting content to the wazoo. If you want to see Spanish, look, Narcos is in Spanish. It's all in Spanish. You want it, and it's amazing.
Now
You
he's
can watch
really
it.
now you're
If
really
you wanna-
going
you
in
wanna
on
see Hindi
Netflix.
films, you can see films from India.
Yes.
If you're
This is true,
If you
yeah.
want to
Yes.
see films
But that was
from
some years
Africa,
ago. I was renting Bollywood movies.
Yes,
when they were
yeah.
giving them to me
Right.
on disc.
We
You
all-
you got
yeah,
Asian
we've been-
movies. And that's one of the great things. So Netflix is all over the world, and they're making movies, original movies for different markets all over the world. And you can get old movies that you always wanted to see.
Okay.
so
Oh, they have
so
they have a
that's
movie
why-
coming out after Black History Month. They said the boy who harnessed wind.
Yes.
You have to see that. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about more of that.
Okay, so gentlemen, we have over, and I hope that gives you an idea of what's the best streaming service, what streaming service you may want.
Netflix.
All over. Netflix is clearly the gold standard, but there's some others you should take a look at. Spin a rack.
It's out.